to it. So welcome to the Idea Pitch Workshop for the Office of Innovation. And this is towards our idea pitch coming up on Monday. We're super excited to have everybody pitching their 1-minute pitches. And this is what we do in the fall semester is we have students pitch their ideas, their companies, wherever they are at in a very public setting. And we have 4 judges that are going to be interacting with the students, and you're going to get feedback from them. They're going to put their rubrics in, show you the feedback that they have, and also pick a winner who wins $500 to go towards their prototype, to develop their prototype for the startup competition that will be happening in April of 2025. So in the next semester, not right now, we have weekly meetings that will get you to the end of the startup competition. But right now, we're doing in little stages for you, right? Hello, my name is Dr. Silvia Mah, the director of the Office of Innovation, and I'm coming to you live on Instagram and on Zoom. So we're trying to do this double thing because we knew that people might not know about the Zoom link. They might know about our Instagram. So we're kind of double dutying this, and hopefully this works out for everybody. So without further ado, I'm going to start to share this presentation that I have here. And I'm going to switch over my my view of the Instagram Live to show you these things. And I'm just going to go through some really easy ways of conducting and doing a pitch. You only have 1 minute to do this pitch. 1 minute, not 10, 1 minute to do the pitch. So you really want to story tell. You want to tell about the idea so that somebody can really understand what you're building for who, what's maybe your business model, and how much of the impact that you're going to make to those customers. So it's about just getting a whole view of what your idea is, not just like, I have this idea, I love it, and this is what I think it's going to do. You want to think about how you're going to sell it to the customers, who are your customers, and have a really great storyline to be able to have that come through. So let me just start the slideshow and do this. Hopefully you can see this. So I'm going to hold it up like this. It's kind of awkward, but that's okay. Hopefully you can see the the presentation. I think you can because I'm just going to hold it like this. So the idea pitch competition, super excited that everybody is going to be participating. We have about 28 ideas right now, or even more. I don't know, Andrea, if you could put into the comments of the Instagram how many applications we have. We want the more the merrier. So please come by, apply on our link to make sure that you get your idea there, and also that we don't care how many we get. We want 35, we want 40, so that we can really empower and inspire you as an entrepreneur at Biola. So just kind of going to get you through more high level ideas and thoughts about ideas. So first is, what is your idea and your startup? Think about it in very macro level. Is it, are you a candy, a vitamin, or a painkiller? And think, you don't have to say this, let's say in your pitch, but just think about it. Is it something that your target customer would like to buy from you? Like they just like it. It's about pleasure. It's about fun. It's about family, or if it's about community, all of that, that is definitely a candy, right? The second one is a vitamin, something your target customer should buy. It's important. It's not urgent, but man, it would really solve a bunch of challenges for them. And then the last one is a painkiller, something your target customer will buy. It solves a very painful problem in their lives, right? I say this at the start because a lot of people want to pitch a painkiller when you're really a candy. And some people want to pitch a candy when it's actually a painkiller, or all the variations, right? So if you know who you are and what you're trying to solve, that pitch becomes crystal clear to the judges and crystal clear to the people listening to your idea. So own which one it is and own it, like own it, and know that that's what you're trying to solve for your customer. So with that, it's the 3 top essentials of a pitch, right? Why you? Right, is the first one. You as a founder, your origin story, your experience, your knowledge, your networks, your team and advisors. I know that's a lot for, let's say I just have an idea today. That's fine. Pick whatever you can from this, but why you, right? You are doing this idea because of something that you you wanted to do so badly. Let's say there's a challenge that you've had in your life and you want to solve that for yourself and others. Wow, that's a wonderful origin story. So talk about that. If you have like, oh my gosh, I have my BFF that we want to create something really magical about X, let's say a platform to connect people more strongly, right? Because connections are pretty low right now in this day and age, and we want to do this. And I am an English major, and my partner is a computer science major, and we just know we can do this. That's a huge story to say. So that's something that you can say in 10 or 15 seconds. Next up is why now? There's external reasons, internal reasons, and founder market fit, right? So external reasons, you could say, my idea is to have a community platform, and I have known that community is super important in my life because I come from, let's say, Hawaii, and I have a co-founder that is equally as inspired to do this. She's a computer science major, and you know what? There's an increase in the market of community-minded platforms and solutions, and that's why we are fit as founders to go into this market. What, that was 15 seconds, 20 seconds? Okay, so now you've talked about why now. Next up is why this. Describe the idea. So after that little bit of a 20-second pitch, you would say the platform would allow community members to come in. We're hoping to get to like 10,000 students in university, because that's what we're going to go after first. And the platform is going to be super edgy, super nice, super cute, that everybody feels included and inclusive, right? And so that's the why this. What's the idea? That's the product market fit. Okay. Just trying to see if there's any questions on the Instagram live or the Zoom call. Then it's about the story arc. So we've talked about what are you? Painkiller, vitamin, or a candy, right? That's very macro level. Then we went down to like, what are the 3 steps of the pitch? And this is a 1-minute pitch, remember. And those are the things is why you, why now, and product market fit. What's the product? Now we're talking about the story arc. Like, why would you be talking about this? What about your pitch? So that is a lot about storytelling. It's making sure that people know, hey, I'm excited about this because this is what my experience have been. I got together an amazing team of people who are dedicated to what we're going to give to our customers. And we have talked to a couple of customers and they love the idea. And we want to really go forwards with idea and pitch at the startup competition. So those are the kinds of things that storytelling, that story arc is so important to be going from beginning to end. And easy, it's the how is easy yet hard, right? Because you want to be authentic, you want to be consistent, and have a clear outcome, right? So the authenticity is like not just saying, oh, I just love this. No, it's like, look, I've dreamed of this, or I've had the challenge, or I've had the opportunity to work with somebody. The consistency is saying, you know what, we've thought about idea, we've asked a couple of customers for some feedback, and we're going to do this idea because, man, we are just consistently bound to do something that is going to expand the kingdom of God. Whatever that is, you want to be consistent in that story, right? Not just like, oh, we're excited, but we're all this up and down. Just be as consistent as possible and have a clear outcome. We want to start this company today, so that we can really show you the progress that we have until the startup competition. Something like that allows somebody to know that you have a milestone in mind, you have an outcome in mind, is really important. I know this time, some of you that have like really nascent new ideas, you're like, I don't even have any of this put together. That's okay. I'm just trying to say macro aspects of it. Why are you doing it? What's your story? And connect with the judges and connect with the audience, right? So that is super, super important. Okay. Next up is 5 essentials of a perfect pitch. And we've kind of go through this a little bit. What is in them, for the people who are listening to audience? Man, this is the best thing since sliced bread. And we're going to solve this community crisis. Be concrete. Say, we are going to do this. These are the ideas that we have. And be unapologetically disruptive. This comes from Richard Branson. He always says this, and I love how he says that, is have some passion and charisma behind it, because that's when the judges and the people in the audience are going to be like, oh, I remembered when somebody pitched this really great charismatic pitch. Last year we had that, right? One of our students went up there. She just had the idea actually at the event. And she says, you know what? I've always seen the bathroom stalls for men and women being flip-flopped at Biola. I want to make sure that when I go to the bathroom, it's going to be on the right-hand side as women, left-hand side as men, and we should change it. And she just was so passionate about trying to figure out the design of why that flow was like that in Biola, and she wanted to make a difference. Everybody remembers that pitch. It was so great and it was on the fly, but she kind of walked us through what her story was and proved that growth is sustainable, that there is growth, there is opportunity for somebody to make money to start a business with this. Okay. This is the last bit. It's more tactical, and this is what I teach in my class, which is the entrepreneurship practicum, is the value proposition. So this is an easy way of creating just a one sentence of what your company does, and that could be about 20 to 30 seconds of a 1-minute pitch. So that's why I bring this up, because it's more business heavy, but I think that you could do it. Right? So it's a succinct way to describe the uniqueness of your product and offering or your idea, right? So the value proposition is typically elegant and simple. You want to understand and talk about how you help, where your company's product offer intersects with your customer's desires. So like, what does the customer want and what does your product give them, right? It's a magic fit between what you make and why people buy it. And the crunch point between business strategy and brand strategy. So I know this is a little bit more complicated and a little bit more tactical than what we talked about macroeconomically, but I'll go, this is like the formula that we're going to go through, but let me just go back to this, because this is something that you guys can really easily say, okay, what is the quality that I want to have? I want really high quality. What's a novelty? Yeah, there's a lot of community, let's say go back to the community platform. There's a lot of community platforms out there, but we're going to do it in this way. What's the novelty? Is there a convenience piece? Is there a price piece? Maybe you're going to be like the low price alternative for community platforms. It is status. Is it reduction of risk? Is it reduction of costs? Design. Whoa, we're going to have the best design community platform out there because we have this computer science student at Biola that is just amazing at what she does. Then customization or performance. So think about all of these pieces that would be part of this value that you bring with your idea to your customers. Okay. So I know that's like kind of very business heavy, but if you think about even just one or two of these, you're like, I know that I can bring that to my customers and that's what they're wanting. Oh, that's interesting. That's a very brilliant piece of that idea. And then this is just a way that I'm not saying that every single pitch has to be this way. It's just an example of how you can get quickly through a sentence or a long sentence that describes what you're trying to talk about in your idea. So you say for the target customer, the segment or persona that you're going to, who is your customer for blankety blank. And I'll give you an example of the community platform. Who has a problem, right? Or a need, or their main problem. Our product, which is a platform or service, offers a service or a key benefit, like offers XYZ, to provide a lower cost alternative or to provide a much better value for their money, unlike competition, right? So I'll give you an example. Let's go back to the community platform. So for students that are wanting, no, for students in universities who are wanting to better connect with their communities, our community platform offers a low-cost alternative and more connections to more people to provide a welcoming, inclusive community that is not found to other communities, because all communities are super open and we're going to be a little bit more private, whatever that looks like, unlike Facebook and Instagram. So that's a very easy value proposition for something that you would be creating. I know that sounds very easy for me to just say out loud. I've been teaching this for a very long time. So that is a way to have a certain like cadence of what your pitch would be like. So that is it that I had. I wanted to have a really quick I promised my team 15 or 20 minutes of me talking. So we just got through the structure, and we can also share this with everybody who applied. So if you were not here before, or if you didn't have time to like kind of screenshot, we will send it out to people. So I want to get out of this frame and go to Zoom and to Instagram. Oh, you can see me this way. That's great. So any comments or questions that people have about the pitch competition coming up on Monday? See if anybody has any questions. You can put it into the live chat, or you can put it into, if you're on um, the Zoom call, you can put it on there as well. I'll wait for any questions to come in. Oh, you're welcome, Andrea. What are some of the questions that you got at the table today? We had a tabling at Biola today, and there might have been some questions that came up during that tabling. Let's see.
Oh, hi, Sylvia. I have a
Yes.
question. For the pitch, are we gonna have like is each team gonna have like a slide deck or like a PowerPoint slide behind? Okay,
No,
so it's just a
but
pitch.
great question. I love that question because this is a 1 minute, right? So it's really, really, really quick, and you do not need to have slides. And we don't have, let's say we don't even have a backdrop to do it, and that's we don't think that you need it. You can have cards in front of you to like walk you through your pitch. You can also have it on your phone. A lot of people put it on their phone and they're reading from it because it's just hard. Sometimes you just come up with the idea the day of, right? And if you want to have any kind of props, any of the props, you can have a prop up there if you want to. We can help you with like putting on a table or something like that. If you do want to have something that's printed out, but it's going to be about right now we have about 30 people already signed up. So it's gonna be 30 people plus the judges that are in the back. So you can do anything that you would like, but I would highly recommend not having anything like that because it's distracting, right? You're going to be fiddling with it, or you just focus on that 1 minute and get that passion out there and making sure that people understand your idea. And also, you'll get one question from the judges after your pitch. So there's a clarifying question, or usually it's a clarifying question or a promotion focused question, meaning that they're going to say, oh, well, I know that there's a lot of competitors out there. What is your competitive advantage? What do you think it is? Right? Every single judge knows that it's a super early idea phase pitch competition. So I'm just giving you that. Hopefully that helps. Is that good?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And then Andrea's giving me a couple of questions on the side here. People are asking about if the money has to be towards the business. You do have to sign something that says it does go towards the development of a business, or it could be like your own professional development. So you can't just like go to Vegas. That's what we don't want to happen, right? And I don't think any of our students at Biola would do that. I mean, everybody's so integrity driven and Christ centered that you would want to use it to promote something. Like a lot of people use it to like build a prototype. Some of them say, hey, I need to invite two people out to lunch, right? To ask them really critical questions. Maybe you're building something for corporate, or you're building something for like last year we had somebody building a platform for um, uh summer camps, right? So she wanted to invite somebody out to lunch to have a conversation with them to do the customer discovery. You can use it for that. If you think that you can spend that money to go to a conference to learn more about business and startups, go do that. But it has to be something that's positive towards the creation of you as a founder, as an entrepreneur, or to the company, right? But we do just give it to you. It's based on a contract that we sign with you. So, and if, okay, the other question is also if you need to do this pitch competition to join the startup competition. That is a no, right? You can do this idea competition and continue the startup competition. You can do this idea and not continue with the startup competition. You can not do the pitch now and apply for the startup competition and keep on going. Usually the only time that we like you cannot do the startup competition is that if you do not show up past January. So in January, we know who are like the companies that are part of our roster, let's say for 2025 pitch competition. And if you do not show up for our weekly meetings in the next semester, that's when we have conversations about where are you at, right? And if it's too much for you, then we'll augment something, but you need to work with us so that we know that you're super prepared to be on stage at the startup competition. But the answer is no to that one. You do not need to do this pitch competition to continue with the startup. It's just highly recommended because it's just like part of the process to go into it. Your next like thing that you have to apply for is the concept paper that is due in December. That is something you have to apply for. Oh yeah. So and the last question from Andrea, thank you, Andrea, for helping out. What's the difference between tomorrow, well, not tomorrow's pitch, but Monday's pitch, and the startup competition? So the pitch on Monday is a 1 minute pitch of an idea. We have people that literally have an idea that day and say, I want to pitch. Great. They usually have like their stuff written out and they're just pitching. Just to get yourself accustomed to doing a 1 minute pitch. It's just more of a process piece. And the startup competition is after, let's say, this idea pitch, the concept paper, applying for the concept paper, applying for the startup competition, making sure you start doing our weekly meetings in January, then getting 2 or 3 mentors during the next semester to get you ready for the startup competition. The startup competition is a 10-minute pitch, right? That I think it's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10, can't remember, but a longer presentation that it does have 10 minutes. Thank you. 10-minute pitch competition pitch that has a tried and true about 15 slides of a pitch deck. You will be uber prepared by that time. Right now on Monday, it's just a 1 minute off the cuff, whatever idea that you have. Okay. And then someone on Instagram asking something. Oh, great. Thank you. Can we build on the improved ideas we did last year? Yes. I think that we've never had somebody, and we've never had this opportunity to somebody who wins to actually apply again and to then be in the winner's circle the second year. Sorry. That has not happened. But if you have had a let's say a company idea or a startup idea that you started last year and you want to improve on the idea, yes, please come in. We will love to improve on that idea. And the only thing is that the ones that got first, second, and third place cannot reapply. That's the only thing that because you got the money, you're good. But if you are a founder of 1 year and you created a whole other company, a whole other idea the following year, you can apply and you might win again, but that people have won at least twice with completely different ideas. Let's see. Thank you. Did I answer that question, Samurai? Hopefully. If it's not, just let me know if I did. I'm managing two chats. Okay. Okay. And then, thanks, Julius. How many rounds are there in the startup competition? Oh, great. So we only have 1 round in the startup competition, meaning that if you go through the whole semester, if you're working with us and all of that, and you're ready to pitch, you will pitch in that startup competition. There is an opportunity this year. This is our new opportunity. I can't say too much about it, but there might be a track for science related startups. So that would be tracked, and tracks are different than, let's say, rounds of the startup competition, because tracks would be you are going to be on the science track, and that's going to be for one set of prize money, and then the other track is all the startups across all of them the ideas and startups, and that you would get the prize money there. I'm working on trying to get other tracks, like for example, at University of San Diego, where I was before Biola, we had actually a tire track. I know that's like a tire innovation track, which was because we got funding from the California state to be able to innovate on tire recycling and tire stuff for cars. And so whoever wanted to do that track, they said, I'm going to be part of that track. Is usually engineering students, and they were able to get a $5,000 prize. So that's something to I'm working on that. We'll keep you informed, but there's not rounds, there's just tracks. Okay, perfect. Is there a max amount of people who can be in the competition? Will there be cuts determined, or everyone can participate? Those are great questions, Julius. Thank you so much. We will always be student centric, period. We want you to thrive and vibe and be startup founders. So we really try not to exclude anybody. The only time that we have strong conversations about, I don't think this might be a good time for you, is that if you do not show up, right, in the spring semester, and we only see you at the end of the time that we have together. That never happens because I'm pretty much on top of students. After 2 or 3 weeks that I don't see that student, I'm like, what's going on? Even 1 week, I'm like, hey, what's up? Kind of thing. So we don't have a max amount. We would love to have, I mean, our goal is about 20 startups. We've always been at a time like 12, 13, 14. I think we started off with 15 last semester. We ended up with 10, right? Because it's just hard. Sometimes you just can't continue because you have classes, something happens. That's okay. Like there's no judgment there at all. We are full of grace. We just want you to continue with us for that whole semester, and we don't do any cuts, but you need to show up. Right. And I've noticed over the years that when they're the people that are really connected to their idea, who really want to do it, they're the ones that just stick with it, and they're the ones that typically win because you're just always there. And my phone just died, Andrea, for the live. Okay, good. I think we got most of it in the live, so that's good. Um, if you just want to continue the live if you want, Andrea, or just continue here. We're at 4:30 anyways, so. Oh, and then the other question here from Julius. Thank you. Do you have a set date for the official comp yet? No, we do not. We're working on um um the location because we've had an influx of opportunity and um interest from students, which we absolutely adore and love. So we thought we were going to have it in one place. We're looking at maybe possibly having it in a different place on campus just because of the real like surge of need and want for the startup competition. So I don't want to say that there's a time. Typically, it's at the like mid-level of April because we don't want to go into finals at all. We want to be right after your midterms, right? Right after your midterms, and when you have a little bit extra time. We never have any extra time as students, I know, but between midterms and finals in spring semester. So that's typically mid-April. Yeah, and Julius, ask, that we are just like super, we love all the questions. We love people who ask great questions. No question is bad. So we love this. So thank you, Julius, for asking all of your questions. Anybody else have any questions or comments?
Yeah, I wanted to ask. My idea is an app, and I actually developed already all the design and everything of it.
Yeah.
I know we can't have slides, but it's okay if I like print out the design and I just
Yeah.
hand it to the judges.
Yeah, you can do that. No problem.
Oh,
And that
great.
thank you for bringing that's Francesco, right?
Yeah,
Okay, great.
right.
Yeah, that actually was asked of me this week or last week in the Office of Innovation, is that the idea competition can be existing companies that people have. So there's a couple of you all that have already maybe done the app, are further along, have a business that you're already selling your product. That is okay. The pitch is just a minute, right? So we're gonna get ideas from like that afternoon ideas to like ones that are businesses, and you're going to get the feedback from the judges that is going to really help you propel forwards. We also have people coming in from the outside that are mentors and advisors that might like want to connect with you and stuff like that. So you never know who you meet at the pitch competition. So please pitch, have, if you want to have a little something to give to the judges, that's fine as well.
Great, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait to see it. Okay, any other questions that are coming up? My phone died, so I can't see Instagram. So, but we did a good job on doing the Instagram live, and I'm so glad that everybody came. I know, Maria, you just um came in. If you have any questions, everybody else kind of heard my whole spiel. Just wanted to see if everybody's good. I think we're probably going to end early. I'll stay on in the Zoom just in case somebody does have an idea if they came up late. I'll stay on, but we will stop now the recording. And I'm inspired by all of our students that are asking all these great questions. Every idea is worth getting out there. Every idea that you have in your brain or in your heart or that God called you to do, please do it. He is the great creator. We are created in his image. So we are being what he wants us to be. So very exciting about what's happening. And Monday is going to be a wonderful day to hear everybody's ideas. So I can't wait to hear everybody's, and we will see you on the idea competition night. So thanks for joining us. I'll stop the recording. And if anybody wants to stay on, please stay on.